Good morning. Come in. Hey, MK. Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Hello, Ann. Hi. Good morning. Hey, MK. I missed you too. I missed you too. Come on in. This is going to be a quick scope. Getting ready to go on into work. I hope everyone's doing okay. Can you all hear me okay? The last time I had some problems. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, great. Hopefully everybody is having a good morning. I just want to come for a good thumbs up. Hello. If you don't mind, preparing for greater. Oh, I like that. I like that profile name, because we all are preparing for greater. Happy Fridays, TGIF. I hope you all are having a good morning. Yes, a very good morning. If you don't mind, invite your followers. I have a quick word. I know you all saw the subject, you saw the title, and we know that that's very important, that we identify our real enemy. And so many times I told y'all it's going to be a quick scope because, I'm here at work and about to go in. But, yes, good morning, KM Perry, if I'm saying that correct. But yeah, happy Friday. We have to identify who the real enemy is. And I guarantee you, somebody this morning left the house mad at your kids, mad at your spouse, mad because you have to go into work, mad at you don't want to deal with your boss, but we have to we have to identify and deal with and handle our real enemy. Don't you know that the devil is your real enemy? That's who your real enemy. And the devil will use people, influence your situation, just to frustrate you, just to cause you to get out of character, to cause you to not, walk according to God's will and God's word and not do what it is that you're supposed to do. The devil influences people, to make you just want to But we have to identify who our real enemy is. In 1 Peter 5:8, I was thinking about that as I was driving in. In 1 Peter 5:8, it tells us to be sober, be vigilant. Why? It says the adversary, our adversary, the devil, our adversary, our enemy, the devil. The devil Satan is your true enemy. But it says our adversary, the devil, he's roaming around seeking who he may, as a roaring lion. He's roaming, seeking, as a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. So the devil is looking for people that has a door open so he can use them the way he wants to. But I come to tell you on today that we as the saints of God, God has given us, all of these spiritual gifts, and he has given us discernment. And that's why we have to, get into God's word, and we have to walk in the spirit, and not in the flesh, so we can identify when the enemy is coming to attack us. We got to be able to discern, this is the devil right here. And so I'm going to deal with the devil accordingly. And so how do we deal with the devil that comes to cause us to get angry and cause us to be frustrated and cause us, to get out of character and not to walk in love? What do? Ephesians 6:12 tells us that the weapons of our warfare. Hey, Destiny, that's my daughter right there, y'all. Ephesians 6:12 tells us that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God. I'm sorry. No, that's 2 Corinthians 10:4. I gave you the wrong scripture. 2 Corinthians 10:4 tells us that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Hey, Jay Monet, I see you. But they're mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. And then it tells us in Ephesians 6 and 11 through 13, it tells us that we have to put on the whole armor of God, that we might be able to withstand against the enemy. And so what's the whole armor of God? The armor of God is that, we have to make sure that we stay prayed up. We got to make sure that we continue to read God's word and become strong in faith and strong in God's word and walk according to his word and according to his will. We have to, whenever you decree and declare and take authority over the enemy, amen, you suit up. Just like in the military, they have to suit up. We have to suit up every morning when we get up and prepare, amen, ourselves and make sure that we are able to withstand, amen, against the enemy, amen, who comes to throw us off course. And so on today, I just wanted to tell you to identify who your real enemy is. That boss, on your job that it seems like, the devil is in them and they're out to get you. Identify that, you don't deal with that boss, by being ugly with them and by talking about them. That's not the way Christians deal with their situations, but we go to God, amen, in prayer, and we allow him to handle and to deal with those situations. I was talking to somebody and she was having some issues on the job. And it was with this particular person. And, I began to tell her, that you are a believer. And don't you know the enemy is going to come against you? That's what surprises me. It's like we don't know, it's like we get surprised when we have all of these attacks coming at us. But you are a believer, and the devil doesn't like you, and the devil wants to throw you off course. Good morning, Arise, the sound. The devil wants to throw you off course. And so I was sharing with her, so you can't deal with her the way she's dealing with you. You will never win. You will always be battling with this person because you don't deal with them in the natural. You deal with them in the spirit. And so many times we wear ourselves out. You will wear yourself out. You will exert all of your energy, just worry yourself, your mind, all of that, trying to deal with things in the natural when you should be dealing with it in the spirit. God has given us spiritual weaponry. He's given us spiritual weaponry to come against the enemy. We're not dealing with the natural. We're not fighting the 6 and 11. Ephesians 6 and 11 tells us that, our warfare is not in the natural. We're not dealing with flesh and blood. You know what you're dealing with? You're dealing with principalities, with powers, with rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And so how we're going to come against that? With the spiritual weaponry that God has given us. And so suit up on this morning. And I began to share my testimony. I remember a few years ago, I was dealing with a boss. I just knew she was the devil herself. She was the enemy. She did everything to taunt me. It's like she wanted to break me, and she wanted Desi to come out, Desi, that's the old man. Desi is the old me. She wanted Desi. Yes, she wanted Desi to come out so bad. And guess what? Desi wanted to come out. But I'm stronger than that. That's why we got to be the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And Desi wanted to come out, but I had to keep Desi in. Amen. Because that's no longer me. And I know that's not, I see you laughing. Najee. I had to keep myself, amen, in the spirit, because it could get real ugly. And that's why your situation has gotten so ugly, because you've been dealing with things in the natural and in your flesh. And boy, I tell you, this woman, that was a test of my life. And there were times I had to go in the bathroom with tears in my eyes and pray and come out and act like I was all together. Lord, keep me strong, keep me strong. There were times I was on, just as I'm getting ready to go in my job, where I would get on the elevator and be praying in the spirit. Anybody, have you ever had to go somewhere and pray in tongues? because you were just so angry and you were so frustrated and you couldn't get your words out. So, the Spirit knows what to pray for. And so I had to get into the elevator on my way to work. I had to be prayed up, and as soon as I get there, blam, there goes an email. Blam, there goes a phone call. Blam, she was trying me, but she didn't break me because I allowed God to handle that situation. And I tell you what, the enemy, he is after you because God has something greater for you. And I tell you what, it was no more than maybe a month of that situation. And God sent somebody and said, hey, we want you to come over here. We need you. And I ended up moving from under that lady. And I tell you what, ever since then, I have been elevated and going higher and higher in my job and in my career. So when we deal with things in the Spirit, trust me, it's not going to always be easy, but it's a test.